As we've seen so far, the 3D Experience platform provides a centralized, secure data repository for all the team's design work. It's also a pretty slick collaboration tool, but I'm getting the sense there's even more to it. In fact, the entire product structure is defined here. Think about this. LID Boss has all design geometry, associated metadata, and all supporting materials needed to launch the product. And now, Megan just needs to connect it all together. As the release milestone approaches, there must be a complete strategy for sourcing each and every component.
For Megan, getting the LID Boss successfully released is more than just having a bill of materials with accurate quantities. To manage all the complexity associated with the design release process, Megan's been utilizing Product Release Engineer. All that's left to finish is the LID Boss base structure. Selecting an individual item provides powerful cross-highlighting capability, something Megan's never been able to do with exported spreadsheets from CAD software. Because she will be outsourcing the manufacturing, Megan needs to organize each component by how it will be made. Custom properties can be applied through standardized drop-downs, or can be manually entered by directly typing the required value. Once entered, components can now be grouped together based on how they will be manufactured. This makes it easy for Megan to quickly select all the components of a specific group, access and edit their custom property information, and then apply the same vendor to all selected items at one time, making a tedious task easy. Megan also needs to ensure she's managing supporting documentation for each component, like the material specification sheet for the base. In the past, this document would have just been stored in a project folder with no direct connection to the corresponding part. Now, she simply accesses the component's information and navigates to the Specification tab. There, she launches the powerful platform search that allows her to easily find the controlled document she wants to include, building a direct connection that's easy to reference in the future. In order to track items with their vendors, Megan used to reference a list of available part numbers in a spreadsheet and manually assign them to the components. Now, Megan simply selects the components and chooses to assign an enterprise item number. The platform takes care of building the numbers for each item according to the LID Boss logic and assigns them to each component. Finally, all that's left to do is formally release the base and its components by transitioning their maturity. In a fast-moving startup like LID Boss, Megan has to be agile in reacting to change, like this message she just received from Ben indicating that they're looking to move up the launch by a week. Megan knows that any item with a lead time of 4 weeks or more could jeopardize the new target launch date. She needs to quickly identify the components at risk and then explore functional alternatives from different suppliers. With 6W tags, Megan visualizes the model based on the lead time she's been tracking. With the orange color indicating a lead time of 4 weeks, she'll need to come up with some options for the stepper motor to mitigate their risk. She uses the same tags to filter the product structure to quickly isolate the motor item in the list. Within the properties of the item, she navigates to the Alternative tab and begins to search for an alternate motor from their library. The good news is Megan has options, but she has to find a food-grade motor that delivers in under 4 weeks. Using the 6W tags, she first narrows the list by stepper motors that are rated for food service. From the resulting list, she further filters the items to motors that have a lead time less than 4 weeks. With the new motor identified, she adds it to the list of available alternates. As a manager, she qualifies it for use, ensuring that if she runs into supply issues with their primary choice, they have a qualified backup available. With all the subassemblies released and ready for manufacture, Megan turns her attention to providing each of her contract vendors a list of components that can be imported into their business systems. She starts by flattening the whole product structure into a single list. Once flattened, she then can apply a predefined filter to the list. Saved filters can be reused from one design to another and provide a powerful way of quickly reducing the list of components to the specified criteria. In this case, those that are being molded. This list can then be exported to a neutral CSV format where the columns can be customized to ensure the vendor only has visibility to what they need to see.
That was fast. Megan used Product Release Engineer to complete the definition for each component. She used some really powerful data visualization to identify at-risk parts. Filtering and export was a fast way to generate external files that her vendors require. And I would bet, as issues arise and change happens, it's going to be super easy to make sure all this work stays up to date.